Hi everyone, this is Grija Nagaswamy, your instructor, and here's my snapshot presentation. So first of all, about my educational influence, I selected my mom, and the reason for this being she followed a very non-traditional path, and she succeeded in it, in spite of all the obstacles she faced. So she, you know, wanted to continue her education, but she was asked to stop when she was in eighth grade because at that time, women were not encouraged to pursue their educational goals. And being in a traditional family, she kind of accepted it, but the desire to learn and to go to school never, went away. So when she got married, of course, children came along. We were six of us, so she had to be there for all of us. However, when her youngest, that's me, became old enough to be independent, she decided to go back to school. And of course, my father encouraged that. So she joined what we call correspondence school, or nowadays we call it distance learning, right? So she each year she went step by step, finished her high school diploma, then she went to next level, and then pre-college, what we call it, and then went on to finish her bachelor's degree. And she even started the first year of a master's degree, but unfortunately couldn't complete it. So, this educational path paved the way for her to become a principal of a private school. And with six children, she still did her job, focused on her work, would come home and be the wonderful mom she was to all of us. So, she was really my role model, showed me that nothing can stop you from achieving your educational goals. And that's what I always keep in mind. And that's the value she instilled in all of us, that education is really important and we really have to pursue it no matter what. There were no excuses. And every excuse was met with no, school is important. The only wealth I can give you is education. So we went, we did what we had to do. So I was able to pursue my education thanks to her. So that takes me to my own educational journey. So I did my two masters, and when I came here, I found a job, and I always wanted to do my doctoral program, but I didn't have the time initially. But when my youngest child, went to college, I decided to go back because she reminded me that, I made a promise to myself and I have to keep it up. So I went back 3 years ago to start my doctoral program, and I'm happy to say I was able to complete it in 2 years. And yes, there were challenges of having a full-time job as well as trying to be a full-time student in a very intense doctoral program. But as I shared with you, due thanks to my role model, I knew I had to continue and finish it, and that's how I kept going. And yes, there were fears because I was not young anymore, and many of my classmates were young, and I was not sure whether I was able to fit in, but you know, I was able to do it. So all it required was determination. So the three problem solving strategy that I want to share with you is one, once you've made up your mind to pursue a goal, stay focused on it. Yes, there would be challenges, there would be obstacles, but no one has forced me to do my doctoral program. So once I decided, it was my decision, so I had to focus and complete it. And that's what I would tell you as well. You're in college, you made the decision, so that's your decision. So keep going towards the end goal. And the other strategy I had was I always kept my end goal in mind, which was to get my degree. So every time felt like giving up, I reminded myself that's my goal, so I shouldn't stop it. And of course, the third strategy was time management. Once I took it up, I made up my mind. Every term, when I did my 2 courses, during that term, nothing else mattered. It was just my 2 courses, my work. There was no life. But in between semesters, I was able to relax, able to take time off. But once the courses began, it was just coursework. And that was the pattern I followed until I finished. So my advice is, yes, you need to have good time management strategy, but most importantly, stay motivated and have the end goal in mind, and let nothing stop you from getting that goal. All right, I'm looking forward to listening to your own snapshot presentations.